What's up, guys? We in West 147th and what's that? The block? Lennox Road, Lennox Avenue. We about to head over by the Adam by the next block real quick. Today's my day off. I'm not doing any camera. Today's my day off. I'm just gonna do a couple of videos for the day, and then I'm gonna hop on the beach here on 145th at about 7 o'clock ish. It's gonna shoot about like 4 videos for now. As I was saying, I'm gonna head over to 155th by the bridge, whatever, shoot over that side, and then walk back up St. Nicholas, and then just chillax after that. Today I learned a lot from that museum on West 66. I could not shoot over our area because there was complaints about me recording on the bus and shit like that, where the people was doing. The officers have the right to film because I'm doing this as a job, and there's a lot of problems with me filming on the bus or the trains and shit. So I just had to calm my patience down and everything like that, because this is a job that I do for a living and I'm making money out of this. The driver's like, listen, you could do whatever you want because we allow that, because people that do the same job as me, they film on the bus, they film on the trains and shit like that. But it's best where people not on the trains and bus, you could film. Like, especially the last stop, you could film a little bit on the last stop of the B train, whatever, or certain areas, whatever. I could do that. But, when it's when you in the area where people complaining and shit like that, and they tell you, they high and shit, smoking weed and shit, they think that, okay, we recording them, and we're not recording them, So it's like an opportunity right here just to think about life. And I'm gonna tell you the truth right there, right here. I learned a lot from the museum, and we're about to pass Frederick Douglass Boulevard. Frederick Douglass Boulevard was named after Frederick Douglass back in 1861 with Black Lives Matter. He actually owned the whole Harlem right there on West. Right when we're going down the block right there. So he owned that area where Malcolm X Boulevard is back that side we just passed. That's owned by Malcolm X himself. They named the area after Malcolm X. FDR, they named the area after the early 1861. So this anytime when you go to the history of Harlem, you go and you learn about different types of certain areas where you could go and have a little history of what Malcolm X or FDR or whatever like that. So as you could see, there's an M7 behind me going back to 14th Street. And it's kind of thinking about this one. Thinking about this, it's really the reality of it. So Adam Delva Pavel Jr., he owned this area right here where we at, West 147th Street and Boulevard. It was named after a civil rights leader. You know what I'm saying? Named after a little civil rights movement leader, where the leader fought for our immigration, fought for our rights to vote for our rights to be civilized, fought for our rights. Harlem right here is like a mixture of Hispanics, mix of blacks, Latinos, different types of culture around this area right here. So as you can see, we look at culture differently in a different perspective, most likely in a perspective where you see a lot of people that love culture and that love, feeling the culture a little bit, So I'm gonna show you around. As you can see, Harlem 149th Street, Harlem Tunnel by the 3 train. They have 149th Grand Concourse, and they have Harlem West 148th Street. So Harlem West 148th Street, right down the block right there, they was confused with 149th Grand Concourse. So they named, it's called Lexington, it's called Lexington Terminal area. That 3 train was actually built in the early 1900s, right there. So as you can learn some history, I'm actually learning some history. Alright, let me show you. So all these buildings were across me with the people standing right here. They were built in the early 1920s, 1930s, 1865 buildings right here. These buildings were owned by Latinos and all the areas like that. I can't put my camera because there's people standing there and I'm not recording them. I'm doing a segment on culture, and that's what I'm working on right now. So right around this area right here is mostly mixed with, where the I'm gonna put the camera right here. So in those areas right there, they own the building behind me. They're actually owned by Latinos, Latin community cultures. All those buildings right here, over that side right here. So it's really, they have an academy called Frederick Douglass Academy right next to the 3 train station right here. And my cousin Jaquan used to attend that school right there, FDR, Frederick Douglass Academy. I remember that academy right down here. So So it's really right next to right here. Really, the truth about this area is right next to the 3 train right here. It's supposed to be West 148. This is West 149. So the 3 train last up is West 149, right? So it's like most likely the 3 they mistakenly put it as 148 instead of 149 because they don't want to mistakenly put West 49th Street Grand Concourse. They named it 148th Street Lexington Terminal. So it's like, because they have 149th Street Grand Concourse in the Bronx with a 2, 5, and 4 train run. So right around this area right here, they named it after the 3 train right around here. So yeah. So that's like you building up the franchise right down that block right there. So you're building up culture differently. And it's like the structure right over down here, this area right here, it's been a structure ever since the early 1900s. This block specifically, where I'm walking on, this block was named after a Black Lives Matter man that fought for our immigration rights and that fought for our cultural community and fought for our rights to bear arms and all that stuff like that. So we over here, building up the culture, building up the areas, having fun around this area. We've been filming here for a long time, I filmed over here before, and we filmed the next block, and that's a 3 train right there. You see how they named it Lexington Terminal Station? Right, so they named it after, right, it's on 149th instead of 148. So, yeah. Alright. No last song. No last song. Yeah, my cousin attended school right behind me because there's kids standing right there. Frederick Douglass Academy. Yeah, that's being honest with you, before, years ago, this school used to be a very bad school, man. Years back, like years ago, fights break out every damn day. Every Fridays you see fights break out over here. Like a lot of like punching, shoving, all that shit like that. Like you know how they fought and then they punching and it's all the gangs and all that shit like that years back in Harlem. Yeah, you don't know years back in Harlem. They used to have that little punching and shoveling, all that stuff like that. So that's the reason why the community changed up a little bit. So when they get rid of that, they have a different curriculum. You feel what I'm saying? They have a different curriculum how Harlem is. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is, you know? Right behind me. Years ago, the school used to be very bad. Get into fights every day. And then it's like the fights don't even understand how it is. Yeah, it's bad. That's how it is in Harlem, man. But we gotta change that though. We gotta change our young people, get them a clear mind, you know what I'm saying? Get them to realize those shit is not good to do, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know to change their mindset, to renew their mind so them to grow, you feel what I'm saying? That's how it is. Yeah. Alright, so we about to go, about to start shooting. Alright, so see you in the next video, guys.